just the night at first with Sophia's first hat trick, Jalen and Ashley getting their first goals just all under your watch. What is your lasting memory of this game, and what are you the most proud of tonight?
I mean, first I'm very happy for Soph and obviously for Ashley and Jalen. Good performances. They did well, and I'm sure this is just the beginning, and it's just few of many goals that we're gonna see in the future from this player. But if there's one thing that I remember is that we got scored on, and it's something that we're gonna address and talk about and work on going forward very heavily.
Who else? Wait for the mic. Go.
You've seen a lot of stadiums in a lot of places. What did you think of the atmosphere tonight? What did you think of this new building?
First, I have to say that the stadium is world class, like one of the best that we've ever been at or played a game at. Very thankful for the fans for coming out. It was cold, not as cold as the last time we were here. It was 21 degrees, but still cold. And for everyone to come out and support us, very thankful and just blessed to be part of an event like this in a stadium like this with great fans. And we did everything that we could to put a good show for them.
Yeah. Oh, thank you. All right. Any other questions? Yeah. Go ahead.
Vlatko, thank you for your time and congratulations on the result. You mentioned being disappointed with the goal conceded. I wonder also if there were plenty of chances in the opening 25 minutes, but the goal didn't come for a little while. Was that frustrating as well?
It wasn't frustrating for me, but I could tell it was getting frustrating for the players. And that's one thing that we addressed on halftime, that there will be a spell of 10, 15, 20 minutes that we may not get a goal. And that's where we want to see a little more maturity, patience, and belief. Because once we start clicking, once we get it going, we're super dangerous, and we show that within the span of 5 minutes what we can do. And I think that they were a little bit better in the second half in terms of patience and controlling the tempo of the game. We created lots of opportunities, and that's very positive. Scored goals, but also I'm sure we could have scored a few more.
Hi, Vlatko. Congratulations on the win. I wanted to ask on, I believe it was the third goal, Andy Sullivan played in a pass from way deep in midfield that led directly to the goal. And then a little bit later, I noticed Christy Mewis also played in a goal, I think, to Pew for Sophia's hat trick. Are you trying to get the team to play more balls in from deep midfield like that, over the top?
So thank you for the analysis. I mean, I didn't realize that some of the goals came like that. Majority of the goals actually that we scored came with 1v1 opportunities or tap-ins, which they know. For me, one of the best goals that we can see are tap-in goals. It means that we did something well as a team, as a unit, and the instructions were never to play those balls only if the opportunity is there. So as a team, we gotta recognize that anything that we play against, they're gonna give us something. Now it's our responsibility to figure out what is it that they're gonna give us, and if we recognize or if we see that they're playing a high line and we can get behind, yes, we're gonna get behind in any way possible. If not, then we're gonna look for different ways to create opportunity.
Thanks for the time, Coach. After the match, Sophia said that Mallory was her player of the match today. Just what does Mal mean to the team, and having a healthy Mal Pugh on United States mean to where this team can go?
Yeah. First, I'm very happy with how Mel is trending and how she has been with this team. and slowly but surely she's becoming this leader on the field. I mean, even though she's this young player, she has a World Cup and Olympic behind her, 70 caps. I mean, she's been in all kinds of situations. So with a group like Soph and Kat and Sanchez, Foxy, I mean, Mel is one of those experienced players, and she's taking that role very well, and she's doing good on the field. I mean, like one of the things that I really liked about Mel is her selflessness and willingness to put her teammates in a good situation to score. We saw an opportunity where she could have scored an easy goal in an empty goal, but she crossed the ball and gave it to Soph. That just speaks a lot about Mel and about this team, the direction that we're moving.
All right, we're going to take some from our Zoomer. Let's see here. Let's go to Meg Linehan first. Meg, can you hear us?
Yes, I can.
And we can hear you.
Sweet, look at that technology. Wanted to ask you about Alana Cook and her ability to connect both with the midfield but also the forward line. Obviously, that header in on the Andy Sullivan goal. What did you see from Cook tonight?
So one of the things that, or one of the targets or goals that we had for this group coming into this game was that we have to score a set play goal, and Alana was in the group of players that was tasked with that, and she did anything possible to make that happen, and actually she assisted on 2 goals, I believe, on Jalen Howells and Andy Sullivan's on set play. So very happy with her that she fulfilled her task, but also very pleased with her performance in the back line. Slowly but surely she's becoming a lot more comfortable in the back, and from the defensive standpoint, but also in possession she's very comfortable on the ball as well, and very valuable for us.
Thanks, Vlatko. Congrats on the win.
Thank you.
Thanks. Let's go to Andrew Jones. Go ahead, Andrew.
Thank you, Aaron. Coach, you were mentioning Andy Sullivan's performance in terms of her display today. What was your thoughts of Jalen Howell's performance, since you had I thought in the same position with that, and how did you feel she played, particularly in the moments of defense and also her goal?
Yes, I thought Jalen did very well. First, very happy for her for the goal. It is very encouraging goal for a young player like her, means a lot. But on halftime when she came in, we changed our system a little bit in terms of how we wanted to play, and we saw Jalen being a little more reserved and staying back a little bit more, and she was spot on with her positioning and with her ability to win balls, aerial challenges, and intercept passes. I think was showcased very well.
Since we're going to see Jonathan Tannenwald very shortly, you have the next question, Jonathan.
Well, you think you are. I hope you are, but yeah. I'm not so sure you're actually going to see.
Possible.
I'm still stuck. Thinking about that front six, that you started with tonight, Vlatko, and add Mitch Purse also, coming off the bench. The kinds of spaces they occupied, the kinds of runs they made, the amount of shots that they took, the quality of shots, etc. Is that your system as you want to see it in terms of ball movement and chance creation and such like that?
Yes, and you say front six, we call it front five, with support of the sixth one. But yes, the sixth one, or we wanted to be just a little more disciplined and a little bit more conservative, where the other five have a little more freedom to roam. And we always say, we as coaching staff, as coaches, we create the frame that we want them to move in, but they have the liberty to express their creativity within our frame. We don't want them to move out of the frame, because then that disrupts the rhythm of the rest of the players or the team. And I think that we're here to guide them, support them, and give them options. It's their knowledge, understanding of the game that they have to implement, in the creativity and ultimately is what makes them special and makes this team special.
And does it make you feel a little better to know that it can work? I mean, understanding as we all do the opposition tonight, but the fact that it works with Hatch and it works with Macario, and they're two different kinds of center forwards. How much did you enjoy that?
Yeah, absolutely. I enjoyed it. The fact that the Hatchie comes in and scores a goal, and Sanchez comes in and scores a goal. All these players, when they don't start a game and they come in, they're expected to change the game for us. They're not subs. They're game changers. And the fact that they come in and change the game, or keep the tempo of the game, or even increase the tempo of the game, it is very fulfilling. And we do stress that a lot. We pay a lot of attention on the players that are coming in and the influence that they have on the game.
Thanks, Vlatko. Last couple for Vlatko here before we let him go. Jeff Kassouf. Go ahead, Jeff.
Hey, Vlatko, you mentioned the goal conceded. Just wondering, from what you've seen, was that a missed mark? Was that a zonal sort of gap issue? What did you see from that?
Obviously, it's a goal that we're gonna have to analyze a lot. I mean, first as coaching staff, we gotta see with the decision of how we set up the team if that's something that we did right or not. That's what we're gonna start with, and then once we do that, we're gonna go into individual responsibilities and see how the players fulfill their responsibilities. But I wouldn't go in any details because right now, because I don't really have the full picture of what happened there. Besides the fact that they scored on a set play, as much as I hate it, I love it, because if I have to get scored on in a set play or like this, I'm glad it happened now, and hopefully this will give us an opportunity to fix it before we go into qualifiers.
Hey, thanks, Jeff. That was the first goal the United States given up at home in over 2 years. So obviously Vlatko is not pleased. Last one goes to Steph Young. Go ahead, Steph.
Thanks, Aaron. Vlatko, I just wanted to follow up on your discussion of the midfield. You talked about earlier having Jalen play a little bit deeper. Could you unpack a little bit more about how Jalen versus Andy relate? Because you also mentioned it talks about a front five with the support of a six. Could you unpack a little bit more the distinction that you're making here with what you're looking for from Andy in that midfield versus Jalen in that midfield, in light of what you just discussed with front five with a six in support?
Yes. So the difference was actually the system. It wasn't necessarily what we were looking from one player versus the other player. In the first half, we played with four, obviously, Andy in front, and then with 2-3 on top. Where in the second half, after we on halftime, we realized that a lot of crosses were coming in, but one of the reasons why we were not able to execute on some of them was, besides first we had to fix the type of the crosses that we were sending, but the second thing was the number of runners. We didn't have enough runners, so we had to take a little more risk with the players, and that's why the starting position of our fullbacks, Kelly and Foxy, was a lot higher. They were basically on the back line, and in order to do that, we sent two players higher, but we brought one back, and that's where Christian Lewis came in on a little more conservative role with Jalen Howell. So again, it's not what we asked from Andy versus Jalen. It was what we asked from the position in the system.